Hello farmers and welcome back to Western Australia. We have moved on to the month of December. November, nothing went on. Some contracts did come up, but they're all for weeding contracts, and none of them paid over 10 grand, and I don't have nothing for weeding, so, you know, if the contract paid like 7 grand, I would have to borrow the equipment, so that'd be like 1,500. Yeah, it just wasn't worth doing any contracts whatsoever. We do wake up in the month of December with $20,000 in the bank account. Now, our grass field is ready to be mowed, and also our barley field is ready to be harvested. We're going to do the barley field first, and hopefully I can sell all the barley and get enough cash to lease the equipment for our grass field. But I barely, I think I'm actually just short on being able to have enough money to lease a harvester and a header. There are no current contracts for this month right now. It is only 6 a.m. So I'm hoping some will come up during the day. So yeah, money is very tight. I did have a look at the enhanced loan mod just once again, and it's based on the amount of money you have in the bank account, which I have 20 grand, your land value, and the value of your equipment or your tractors. It doesn't really take into consideration, it says like production buildings, so that could be part of it. I have checked. I'm not able to take out any more of a loan still. So the 20 grand I got is the 20 grand I got. Now, I know there's a few people that said, well, you could cheat in like a certain amount of money, then take out the loan, then put that money, take that money back out, and that way you have the loan. I would like to just go buy it the way we're doing it now, so we shall see. But the good thing is I do got some apple juice and strawberry juice to sell this morning. I think it's going to bring in like 8 grand. So I think that'll give us just enough money to get the harvester and the header. We got ourselves a grain trailer. Now, the barley is not selling for a great price, but it's also not the worst price. We're kind of like right in the middle. So we're just going to sell all the grain. And as for the straw, I want to keep the straw for our future cows. But we'll have to see how the money is. I would like to keep the straw also for a little bit longer, because straw right now is not going for a great price either. So the straw bales, which I won't be able to bale right away because I don't have a baler, the straw bales we'll just have to keep or sell depending on my financial status after our leased equipment for mowing the grass. We are going to need a windrower and the baler at the same time. I don't know why I'm checking the sale page, because I really don't have the money, but yeah, there's nothing on there that jumps out at me like, oh, I really wish I had that right now. So, yeah, so far that's not going to bother me too much. Anyways, let's get down, let's sell this stuff, and then we're going to lease a combine and a header. The good news is the field's not big enough. I think we're going to go over the hour for leasing fees, so we should be able to get it done at a relatively good pace, I think. Pulling into Corgi Foods, and we're just going to pull right up and sell this, of course. I hope we at least break even with selling of the barley off that field after leasing all this stuff. No, that's the, I keep thinking that's the sell point. That's a weigh station. We got to come into here to sell the juice. So as for maybe getting sheep by the end of this cutting of the grass, I'm not too sure, because I think I'm going to need all the grass and the silage I can, because we made just over $200,000 last time off the grass field selling silage that we make from it. Alright, so 28,000, that should be good enough. I just realized if I sell stuff in the future coming in here, is there another way out with like a bigger equipment? I guess you can scoot around out through there. Yes, you can. Just drive around, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and get back through the sell point. And we're going to get the same harvester and header that we had before. Part of me says go smaller to save yourself money on leasing fees, but then the leasing fees isn't that much big of a difference. And then if I go smaller, well, then it's just going to take me longer to harvest the field. If I go over the hour for the leasing, then that defeats the whole purpose, right? So, anywho, I will check the sale page. I didn't check it this morning. A honeybee header, that would be nice, but it's 91,000. And That's the 15.2 meter wide one. In the future, we're going to get the 60 footer for darn sure over here. But how far in the future is it going to be? Probably quite a ways. So this one right here, right? 10,000 liter capacity? Yes. So lease it, and it costs 14,500. Yep, we'll lease it. Thank you. And then let's go back, and then go up to headers. And we want the 45 footer. There we go, and lease that. That leaves me... Oh, that leaves me 9,243. Well, you know what that will allow me to do is, because I want to do straw bales, and we're going to scroll down here. We're going to go all the way down because we want to get the bigger bales. Where's that baler that we use? The Fent baler. This is the one I need that also wraps. Now, I don't need it to wrap the straw, of course, but I'm going to need it for the grass field here in the future. I did click on the selectable bale capacity, yes. So that's fine. Foil color, pink went well last time. Doesn't cost anything to change the color. Lease, 4309. Perfect. All right, so that is going to need to have the Massey Ferguson on that. I'm not sure if our John Deere 6230 can haul the grain trailer full of grain. We'll worry about that in just a moment. But let's get this harvest kind of going at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I am kind of hoping some contracts come up throughout the day. Especially fertilizing contracts, that'd be the main thing I'm looking for. Yep, that hitches right up perfectly. Right, let's throw on the beacons. So, yeah, I mean, I hope I get over 20 some odd grand off this field in barley. If I don't, then I lost money, basically. So depending on how this goes, heck of a time to get a lag spike, will depend on what I put in this field for the next season. Which way's that header face? Alright, excuse me, Mr. Farmer, over here with your, I think, sugar beet. I'm just going to use your field as a parking lot for a moment. Alright, let's unfold this. Yeah, I was surprised when I bought this land over here that the bank was like, yep, you can borrow on that if you want. But the bank is like, no. Disable straw swath? No, we don't want to disable it. We want to keep it up and going. Let me scooch around the poles this way. Hopefully no traffic is coming because I'm not going to look. And it should be putting it into a swath, which it is. Okay, let me just halt this here for a moment. I want to turn this off so the hour meter is not running. I need to get the Massey Ferguson over here with the baler to follow behind us to get the straw bales all wrapped. And I am going to put it probably on the biggest capacity. So, ooh, I forgot what it was last time with the straw bales off the oat field. Drop off our trailer right here. And we'll get this all set up, ready to go. I'm going to get the 6230 down here with the grain trailer. Fingers crossed that can haul it around. That's going to be asking quite a bit out of a tractor with just 105 horsepower. Put the pickup down. Actually, let me swing around in this farmer's field again. Okay, let me turn this off. Yeah, let me get the 6230 down here with the grain trailer. I am going to leave the front loader on it in case I got to move a straw bale. Now, we do have 2 sell points for the grain. And I think right now the grain mill is offering the best, but the grain mill is up here. But if the price difference isn't that much, then maybe I won't bother with it. Just because it's a time thing. Yeah, I could make another extra $100 or so. But let me just have a look at the price for the barley. Where do we need to go? Barley. So you can see the low price is $2.57 and the high price is $3.68. We're in December. So we're like right about here. And it's actually $2.93 at the grain mill and $2.88. So $5 for every $1,000 difference. Oh, sorry, $5 for every 1,000 liter difference. Yeah, I think it's just better off selling way down at the store, because that's where we are in the grain mill. It's way up in that corner. Yeah, it does take about 3 minutes to go one way from the farm down to the store. So 6-minute round trip does add up. And right now, the 6230 can haul the grain trailer when it's empty. I'm just not sure if it's going to be able to do it when it's full. Alright, it's going to get a little crowded in here just for a moment. But we'll put the 6230 right here. Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves a worker in the Massey Ferguson. I got to make sure, let's see, I want to go, I think it's 159s? Yes, 159. Turn on automatic drop, yes please. Alright, I think we're pretty much all set to go. The pickup is down. I'll just come over to here. And then you follow, nope, not that one. I want you to follow the John Deere TS60. It's 25 meters behind, should be okay. So, as long as I get at least the money back from the grain off the field, I'll be happy with that. More than that, of course, I'll be ecstatic. But I will make money from the straw as well. But basically, I need to make a profit off this field, or else it's a kick in the crotch. Luckily, with crop rotation and our precision farming, because we got the field spread with lime and fertilizer, so it should be a pretty good yield. But the question is, do I have over $20,000 worth of barley off this field? That's what we're going to need to find out. That looks like a pretty big swath. Is that baler? All right, the baler's not, well, in a straight line, it seems to be picking up most of it. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to sell all this straw just to get money back on leasing everything. But the good news is this combine's filling up rather quick. But then again, we are using a 45-foot header on a John Deere. What's the model number? TS60i. But so far, I'm liking the numbers coming off the field. So, I mean, it's going to be pretty easy math. Every time we fill up the combine, that's like $2,600 that we're going to get for the going price of barley currently. All right, let's get the John Deere. Yeah, we'll go around later on, probably pick up all the little pieces of straw as much as I can. I'm kind of just hoping this little buddy of mine, the 6230, can haul a full trailer's worth of grain. That way I don't have to keep taking the Massey Ferguson off a worker. But as you can see, it's not going to take us too long to harvest this field. So basically I need 10, well not quite 10, but we'll just say 10 combine loads to break even off this field in grain alone. 10 combine loads will give us 26,000. I can park on the tracks because, as far as I understand, there is no train on the map. There are train tracks, but no train. About to complete the first headland, and this will be the 4th combine load that we will have, and we will have ourselves a full grain trailer. Currently, the 6230 John Deere tractor is putting up a fight, but it's hauling the grain, so that's all that matters to me. It's hauling it right now. It's not liking it too much, but it can move the grain trailer. But the good thing is we're just going right around the corner to sell this grain. So I mean, the way it's currently looking, we should make our 20 grand in grain alone back off this field. And then with this straw that we do sell, that'll be a little bit more. So we're going to make a slight profit off this field. Which makes me think maybe I can just keep putting grain back in this field. But we'll have to lease a planter or a drill of some sort. The one thing that's going to help us out is contracts. I'm going to have to do plowing and fertilizing contracts when they do come up, of course. Yeah, so as I mentioned, I did relook on the enhanced loan system, and you can take out a loan on 60% value of your land, your tractors, and your money. So apparently, we're not doing that great enough to be able to borrow more money on what we have. Which seems kind of odd because, I mean, we sold $200,000 worth of silage off our grass field. And we sold some juice and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's not great money, but you would think it'd be enough to be able to borrow a little bit of cash on the farm. And, of course, we've done a whole bunch of contracts worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. Now, of course, also we got to take into consideration that our tractors are probably decreasing in value. So, you know, we may have bought a tractor for $100,000, but maybe the tractor now is only worth $50,000. So I do believe I'm going to the silo down here. And look at this. This 6230 is hauling this. I don't want to say great. It's a little light on the front, as you can expect. Before I pull into here, let me just make sure I'm bringing it to the right place. So Barley selling down here, tag place. Oh, wait, where am I going with this? Oh, wait a minute, behind me. Sorry, 6230, you got to back this grain trailer up. Ah, it makes sense where all the grain is over there. Okay. See what happens when you assume you make a you-know-what out of you and me. Now, once I get a little momentum behind behind this trailer, it moves. How do I get in there? That's the question. Do I go around here? Looks like I do. Is this the only way into here? Is there like an opening from our field? Does not look like it, so it looks like that's the only way in currently. Alright, let's bring in some cash, shall we? It's gonna be pretty darn good. I think it's gonna be close to 10 grand, is it not? Yeah, it's going to be over 10 grand for that load. So 11,229 plus our environmental score bonus of 5, 6. So, yeah, if I get one more load like that, then, yeah, we can make a profit off this field just in grain alone. All right, anywho, so one headland done. Now I just got to keep on doing what I'm doing. And we'll slowly get there. But the good news is the 6230 can haul the grain trailer when it's full. And we're off with the second full trailer of barley. Traffic is not going to be timed just right. I'm actually going to cut across because I don't want to come to a stop because I got the momentum behind me. So in the harvesting time, which gives a farmer time to think, one thing that has come to mind, what could be going on with the enhanced loan system is probably smarter than what I took a credit for. So what could be going on, as we saw in the first episode, I took out like a almost $600,000 loan. So, I mean, that's going to count as a negative. But I think also what's counting as a negative is the interest that I got to pay. And I took out a 30-year loan. So, if I remember correctly, I think when I took out that loan, it showed with interest and also the loan I took out, we're looking at a $1 million payback to the bank. So I think the enhanced loan system is seeing the loan interest along with how much I got to pay back on the loan as a negative, as it should. So that's like negative $1 million towards the farm. And if we look at the land value and the equipment, that's probably why I'm not able to take on the loan. So I think the next thing I should be doing is I got to pay back this loan. I know it's a lot of money, but as we saw this past season, between fertilizing and plowing contracts, I can whittle away at that loan pretty quickly and then recalculate what kind of a loan I want to take out. Not for 30 years, because that's a lot of interest money that's just sitting there that the bank, you know, deserves, because that's what we agreed on. But it hurts us in the long run. So, yeah, I think by paying back some of this money on the loan, eventually I'll be able to take out another loan after, you know, maybe before I pay back the loan completely. But I think I got to get rid of that first loan. 30-year loan, yeah, that's a little bit too much. I was trying to outsmart the loan system, and I think I outsmarted myself and made a dumb choice, which I do quite often. So, yeah, we'll work on that. But the good news is already on this field and the current progress that we're doing today is that we're going to make money off the grain alone in this field, which we already have. As long as I don't go over the hour on the harvester, which I could. Let's see how we're doing on time here. It's taking longer than I thought. Yeah, we're at 0.6 hours on the combine, and the header also 0.6 hours. Well, the header's not running while I'm unloading and all that, so I thought the time might be different. And this is how much more I got left to go. So, yeah, we may make $15,000 to $20,000 profit off grain alone. As for the straw, since we're making as much money, I'm probably going to leave the straw bales here until I figure out what I'm going to do with the field, because as time passes, the price of straw will go up. And I don't remember how big these bales are, but if they're the same size as silage bales, they're going to be like 45,000 liters apiece in that general area. So that'll bring in a good amount of cash. I may keep a bale, which I have a bale back at the farm. I may keep a bale, so if I do get cows within the next year, I will have some straw to give them. But anywho, I need to continue on with this harvest. I think I might actually go over the hour on the leasing fees, but it won't be another $20,000 because we already paid the upfront fees. It's just going to be the hourly fee. So in total, it may be like $5,000 for the header and the combine. The baler, I expect to go over the hour because I got, you know, the grass field to do afterwards with it at some point. Won't be getting to it this episode, but even with a 45-foot header, this field is going to take me an hour to harvest. So that's why in the future we got to have a bigger combine than this, of course. And then, yeah, we're going to be going with a honeybee header, which is a 60-footer, 15 feet wider than this one. Great demand at selling grain. Hopefully it's for barley. Is that what it's for? Because that would be great. Maybe the game's like, we got to give this farmer a break. Any chance that it's for barley? I doubt it. What are the odds that it would be for that? Let's go down to here. Barley. Well, it's not for barley. I don't know what it's for, but it's not for barley. I have been keeping an eye on our precision farming scoring, and the score in this field is not the greatest. It's nitrogen's not going well at all, and I think that's because in some areas it was over-fertilized, and I think that's what's hurting our score in this field a little bit. But luckily, our between the grass field and this field here, at least we're getting a bonus. We're not in the negative, so yeah, little by little. Oh yeah, it's been over another hour, so I should check on contracts, see if anything has come up. And then also when I get done, I gotta see what I want to plant next in this field. We gotta look at the crop rotation. I think the crop rotation is going to be fallow, and then of course barley, and then figure out what will be the next best crop I can put in here financially, and also for a better yield. Anywho, I'm going to keep on harvesting, and I'll see you probably in a little bit when I go sell some more grain. And, well, I think we'll get another full trailer of grain for sure, and maybe half of another trailer after that. Speaking of, I'm full. The harvest is going better than I thought it would. This is our third trailer coming to the sell point. I put the tarp over because I didn't want to lose any grain out of this thing. I need every penny. So I've been doing the farm manager thing while the combine's been unloading into the trailer. It looks like canola is what's going to be going into this field next, and I got to plant that like in February or March. So I got a couple months to get that straightened away. That will give us on crop rotation 115%. It was either canola or sugar beet, so canola definitely wins out on that. We won't get no straw from canola, but that's fine. Only can do so much. So the good news is, with the grain that we're harvesting, we definitely have enough to go ahead and lease a mower and a windrower to get the grass field taken care of. And yes, I'm dead set on working towards paying off that loan as soon as possible and then redoing our finances that way. But do leave a comment down below if you think I'm right in my thinking, or is there a better option. But I think doing it the right way, by the way. I don't want to. I mean, yeah, as we've been over earlier in the episode, I could just cheat money in, then take out a loan, then pay that money I cheated in right back, and that way I'll have the loan. Doesn't really help out that much, but yeah, I think doing it the correct way, I should say, is work on paying off towards that, towards that loan, and then start afresh. I mean, we got farming equipment, we got 2 fields, so we got enough to keep on farming. We got contracts that we're going to be doing. And if we go buy the grass field, as I said, I think we sold like $200,000 worth of silage in one grass cut. So if I get 3 grass cuts this year, that's over $600,000. That's the loan itself. So, I mean, we should have that loan paid off by within the next 9 months or so, I would think, because we got everything else that we're doing. Plus, along with the contracts, which once the fields start getting harvested again, they'll need, either to be plowed, and then after they replant, they'll need to be fertilized. So we'll make a whole bunch of money there. And then we can start growing on the farm once again. I haven't gone over the hour yet on the combine and the header, but that's within seconds that's going to happen. So keep your eye in the upper right hand corner, because I may miss it to see how much the hourly fee is going to be. But it's also going to be on the baler. It's going to be the baler, the combine, and the header. All 3 are going to go over the hour here pretty soon. But I still got a decent amount of the field left to harvest. I may actually get another trailer load of barley off this field. But it's definitely taking me longer to harvest this field than I thought. I think the issue with a map like this, where the fields are so huge, You look at this field and go, okay, it's not that big of a field because I'm kind of comparing it to the other fields. But then you start harvesting and it's like, wow, this thing is taking me forever to harvest. It's a small field. Yeah, compared to the map, it's one of the smallest fields. Not the smallest, but one of. And it's taking me over an hour to harvest with a 45-foot header. I just wish our environmental score bonus was doing a little bit better off this field. The fertilizing state is hurting us quite a bit because it was over-fertilized. So on the environmental score bonus, yeah, it's just not doing us well. I probably could be getting like another 2 or 3% on our bonus score when selling, but it is what it is. We'll slowly get there. Step by step, inch by inch, we shall get there. But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's finish up this harvest. See what we bring in, and I'll try to keep my eye. Oh, I think it just dropped down to 34,000. So we were at 40,000 right there, and it dropped down to 34. It's almost like $6 grand in hourly fees. But that's, you know what? We're going to make a profit on the grain alone. Anywho, I'll see you at the end of this harvest, and we'll sell all the grain and breathe a sigh of relief that we made a good profit off of it.
You wanna ride on my wave just because it's fun. You wanna be in my space, too close to the sun. Don't seem to care if it's safe. Well, that makes two of us. I'm so insane, and you like it, but you haven't seen anything yet. Now you're just beginning your trip to regrets. You might think you know me, but soon you forget. I'm too insane, and you know it. You got to learn to like me again and again, 'cause I will make you love me again and again. Just when you think you love me, you'll think again, 'cause I will make you hate me again and again. I'll say I'm fine when I'm not, just to mess you up. I won't be home when you want, and I won't pick up. You'll spend your time with your watch, counting down the clock. You'll go insane, and I like it, but you haven't seen all of me yet. Now I'm just beginning your work in progress. You might think you know me, but soon you forget. I'm too insane, and you know it. You got to learn to like me again and again, 'cause I will make you love me again and again. Just when you think you love me, you'll think again, 'cause I will make you hate me again and again. Again and again. Again and again. You wanna ride on my wave just because it's fun. You wanna be.
Got the money back up to 42,000, and if you didn't notice at the beginning of that time lapse, I think we had another $4,000 leasing fee for the hour. I'm guessing the first one that we saw was for the harvester, because that's always running, and then when I started the time lapse, that was probably for the header and possibly also the baler as well. That dropped us down to what 30 grand or something like that. But overall, I mean, when we started today, we had like 28,000 after selling the juice. So we're going to profit pretty close to $20,000 off this field in barley. So I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and finish up this field here very quickly. Not in that much of a rush though, because I've already gone over the hour, but this is taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. And then, of course, we do got the money in the straw bales, and I don't know how many we have created, but we'll find out here in just a moment. Let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. 9 bales currently. And I will go around and try to gather as much straw as I can until the baler is completed a bale. I mean, I can unload it because I got the mod where it allows me to unload a bale as long as it's over 15% capacity. The reason why I want to do that is because I want to make sure that when I start the grass harvest and start wrapping up grass bales, that all the straw is out of it, so the first bale doesn't stay as a straw bale. All right, I'll turn off the harvester. We're done with that. We are done with our worker. Oh yeah, the bales just pretty much started. Let me turn off that. Turn that off. Leave everything off, and let's go sell the rest of this grain, shall we? So, I mean, the harvest of the field worked out better than I thought it was going to when I started. You know, I was just hoping to make 20 grand off the sale, but really we made pretty much almost 50,000. We can check here in just a moment. Although it may be kind of hard to see because I did sell some juice. So that may be part of the harvest income. And also that the 6230 was able to haul the grain back and forth. Now, imagine if I was going up to the grain mill up by our farm. That would have taken forever. And who knows what would have happened to this tractor by then. It may have blown up. At least I'm starting to learn my way around the facilities down here. Kind of an interesting way to get into for selling the grain. And if I went up to the grain mill, like I said, I probably could have made like an extra 500 to 1,000 bucks. But I may have spent that in fuel. Oh, another thing I wanted to, or I got asked to change, and I can do that because it'd be fitting for both maps, is... I don't know if I can do it from here or where I gotta do it. But change the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I don't know where that option is. Oh, right here. There we go. And I will save the game. That way, everyone would be more inclined to know exactly the temperature that it is. I'll be off a little bit. But yeah, I'll have a rough idea of what 16 degrees Celsius feels like. Yeah, the problem with that option is when you change it on one playthrough, let's play, it changes it on all of them. But since I'm in Italy on the other one, I think that's just fine. Alright, so we got our money up to 45,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the 6230 over here in this field. Like I said, I'm going to go around, try to collect as much straw as I can, try to get another bale out of it. Or as much as I possibly can. I'm not going to try to get every crumb of straw off this field. I'm going to park this right here. But what I want to do is, first off, let's go ahead and return the harvester. So 1.2 hours. Yeah, we can return that. And we can return the header as well. While we're here, I want to go in and we're going to go ahead and get the mower. Because I'm probably going to cut the grass in between episodes. Because that takes that takes a while. And we're going to use the same one as we did before. That's our best option. I can't really go this route because that's just way too much. That's like 230 horsepower, and we don't have that. So we're going to lease this, and then I need the windrowers, and we're going to lease the same ones we did before because that seemed perfect for it. We're going to lease that, and we already have the baler. So that leaves me almost $40,000. What am I doing here? Contracts. No contracts come up. What I want to do, just for a little bit of fun, and just to get started on it, is special redemption. We're going to pay off 20,000 of this loan. There we go. Just knock that down a little bit to help us on out. I don't think it's going to allow me to take out a loan yet. No, it's too much. Yeah, I just think what the loan interest is doing is it knows I owe on a base loan $540,000 I got to pay back on the loan itself, but the interest rate over the next 210 payments, or sorry, which is 30 years that we took out the loan for, I think the interest was like $400,000. So it's almost like $1 million negative towards the farm overall financial value. So that's why we're not able to take out a second loan, because the farm isn't worth that much. Let's walk over here. I think these bales are going to be 45,000 or 49,000. What are they? Oh, wow. 67,500 liters per bale. And, well, I'm not in the tractor, but I can just go here. And I think we said, what, 9 bales? Yeah, 9 bales currently produced, maybe a 10th one. So, since I don't have to plant this field until February, because in crop rotation, which I have not showed you yet, so the field was fallow, then we just harvested barley. So if we plant canola, 115%, that's the highest you can get on crop rotation. So that's what we're going to be planting next, and canola is in February. So we'll wait until February, and I think straw in February is worth probably the best. Actually, it's in June. February. Okay, wait, the price is going down. All right, so I should be selling the straw today as soon as we can. So we'll do that next episode, and we'll sell the straw. Maybe keep just a bale. I don't remember how much I got back at the farm. We do have 1 bale back there. Can I teleport to the orchard? I can teleport to the orchard. That's good, because the bale is just around the corner. And maybe if I got a good amount in this bale, maybe I'll just sell them all just to get the money. What do we got here? It's only 14,000, so I might want to keep a bale. But anywho, the grass will be cut because it's at its full height, so it's time to cut it. And then we'll do a next episode of windrowing, baling, and wrapping. We'll sell the straw bales, and hopefully some contracts eventually will come up. I think there's only one other field. Oh, there's 2 other fields that need to be harvested. So maybe if they get harvested today, the farmers will want them to be plowed. And if they replant, maybe fertilized. I'm surprised some fertilizing contracts doesn't come up in some of these other fields that, you know, are just kind of growing. So we do have a lot of fields that are barren. So maybe they'll plant in them sometime soon and I can fertilize them. But yeah, got to do those contracts. Got to pay off that loan. Get our finances back to where they need to be. And I think we'll be good to go. But no worries. It may look like a lot of money to pay out, but with the contracts coming up, I think we'll be okay. It'll take a while for us to profit from the silage bales on this field, because I think it's June or July. June/July is the best time for silage. So we got a half a year to benefit from that. But when I do sell it, it's going to be great. But anywho, if you made it this far in the video and you like what you saw, maybe think about giving the video a thumbs up. It helps out the channel more than you know. And if you haven't already and you're thinking about doing so, please think about hitting that subscribe button as well. But that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Western Australia. But until then, have a good one.